What's up, YouTube? So I'm going to share some information on my 2022 manual Tacoma because it's non-existent anywhere else in the world. So I'm finally getting around to replacing the switch panel. Yeah? Now, most people usually go to Miso Customs for the panels, but they're always out. But I found these guys on Etsy, and they essentially do the exact same thing. Only they have the stuff in stock, and they're awesome. They even come with these cool directions. As you can see, if you do it right, Chuck Norris gives you a thumbs up. So here's the rub. I'm an ex-designer, so I'm kind of OCD, and I want everything to look like OEM. Not kind of OEM, but just like all OEM. And I don't want to use the Switch Pros or whatever, because I just like tactile analog style buttons, if you would call them analog buttons. So I got their 5-switch and hooked it up. And look how clean that is. Like, that's super clean. But the problem is I ordered one extra switch. So, being in a manual, we don't have a start button here. So what I did is I went on Rough Country, and they have an auxiliary switch bezel. And I'm gonna put this guy right here. Or more precisely, I'm gonna relocate the traction control switch over there. But one thing I did already, which was, if you have a 360 camera that sits here in the original bezel, it's right here, and you drive a manual transmission, you'll know that when you try to push that button and turn the wheel and shift at the same time, it's kind of dangerous, especially if you're rock crawling. So there's a dude online who sells the extension. So I piped this wire all the way through and put it at the only poverty button I had, which is right here. So now when I'm shifting, I can just shift, push the button, go back to shifting without having to take my hands off the wheel. And it looks super clean. So that dude's name who creates that wire is, you can find him at tacomabob.com to get that extension. And he makes a bunch of them for all of the buttons on the left-hand side. Now the only thing I'm gonna have to do is cut these guys out because they get in the way of the new switches. So I'll trim that out, and then I ordered Tacoma Beast, essentially the piggyback wiring harnesses to jump wire to wire. I'll hook these up to relays, and then it'll be good. And then it'll look super, super clean. So here's that all trimmed out. You can tell, like, all clean. I did keep this here, so I came down. And that's it, all installed. Super clean.